has been 6 years since the shooting death of Conner Dassa-Holland, and we've been covering the story from the very beginning. He was only 18 years old when he was shot while parking his mother's car outside their home on Mother's Day in 2020. Conner died in his mother's arms. So far, no arrests have been made in this case, and ahead of his birthday this weekend, the calls for justice remain. His mother, Alicia Dassa, is joining us now. Thank you so much for coming in and talking with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was struck thinking about the month of May is the day, Mother's Day. It's also the anniversary of when he was shot and killed, and then his birthday is also coming up this weekend at the end of the month. What do you do going into a month like the month of May, and how do you work through that?
Well, you have to make a choice every day that you're going to get up and take a shower and be a parent and go to work and be a wife. It's a conscious decision. And so it's hard. And there's days where you don't want to get up. We spend time with family. We have other kids that have birthdays in the month of May, which is always good. Talk to your friends, you talk to people who understand, and you just push through it.
I would love to hear about Conner. Can you tell us about your son?
Conner is funny and clever and quick. He had a quiet confidence. When he would talk, he would think through the things that he was going to say before he said it. And he would make everybody laugh. He was in the middle. He was like a middle child. So he did all the things his older siblings couldn't do and that his younger sibling hadn't thought of doing yet.
Yeah. Thank you so much for telling us about him, and I'm sorry for your loss. We covered his death 6 years ago now. Can you tell us, so where does the case stand now? And when we look at gun violence in general, what are you looking at? What would you like to see done, and what are some of those things happening that you'd like to highlight as well?
Yeah, so Conner's case is still unsolved. We're on our third detective with SPD, and the detective is working every lead that comes in and looking at the case as a whole from the beginning, and just kind of starting over to see if anything was missed or what that looks like. We're waiting, for more information. You get one shot with murder, and so you've got to make sure that the shot you're taking is legit and there's good information to back it up. So right now we wait. And, people ask us all the time, well, don't you want justice? Won't you feel better once you have justice? And justice is a funny word because it doesn't mean that Conner gets to come home. Accountability is more like of a realistic word that doesn't feel so strange. Justice feels like a really strange word to me. There's a lot of things that happen in this first week of June. It's Wear Orange Week for gun violence awareness is coming up. There's lots of activities going on all over the city. The King County Regional Office of Gun Violence is doing lockbox giveaways all over King County. You can find dates and times on their website, but there's one that's happening 1 block away from where Conner was killed at the Detective Cookie Chess Park in Rainier Beach. So that's on Friday.
We unfortunately cover a lot of gun violence. And there is another story that we just covered in Kent over the weekend. Marcus Presley, a young man, was shot and killed. Astoundingly, he was Conner's best friend. Can you tell us a little bit about receiving that news, that had happened to him, how you deal with that? And I guess I just have to ask, is there any possibility that the cases are connected?
No, I don't think the cases are connected.
Just another act of gun violence,
Yeah.
taking down a young man.
Yes. And sadly, this is not the first time that we've lost one of Connor's friends. This has happened multiple times, more than I could count on one hand. And over this last couple of days, there's been videos of Conner and Marcus and Elijah Lewis, who was killed on Capitol Hill, all together singing in a car when they were in high school. And so we just keep seeing this happen to the kids from our neighborhood and the kids from our area, not just Rainier Beach, but from the South End. And Marcus and Conner, they just brought this joy out in each other. They laughed loud and a lot.
And even shared a birthday.
Yes, they're birthday twins.
Wow.
And it just, I've run out of words for what it feels like. When you get a call at 4 in the morning, you know what that call is. I never expected the name that we heard to be Marcus. He would come to the house all the time after Conner was killed. He went to see him at the cemetery. When he found out he was having his daughter, he took the ultrasound pictures to the cemetery to tell Conner. It's just a constant barrage of sadness. You know, our youngest daughter is 14. She's already had friends that have been killed besides her brother's friends. She's been to funerals for her friends. And I don't know what the answer is to fix it, but what I would say is I just want the South End or Rainier Beach to be considered as part of the city and be celebrated for what it is, because it's amazing. And the support that we got when Conner was killed was beyond anything I could ever explain. And why is it okay that just because it's Rainier Beach or just because it's the South End that this keeps happening? Why is that okay?
Hopefully people do hear this story once again, and if they do have any tips, can contact SPD, either in Marcus's case or in Conner's case.
Yeah.
Alicia, thank you so much for spending some time with us today and telling us about Conner.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate having you here.